Okay. Okay, so hello everyone that's watching this webinar. Um, from the last webinar that we did in Spanish, which is the same topic, we talked about emotional marketing. And for those that follow us on Instagram or Facebook, LinkedIn, or on all of our social media, we are as you can find us as Factor Engagement, at Factor Engagement, all of them. And we are promoting this webinar because we think about emotional marketing as an important topic to talk about for your brand, for your business, for your entrepreneurship. Why is this? Emotional marketing is how you use emotion to persuade people. Okay, wait me a second. I think I'm not. Okay, I think that's better. um, it's you're using emotion to persuade people to buy you through the emotions. So you create emotions on people that links to your brand, such as happiness, such as security, or you feel confident, you feel anger, or different kind of emotions that the brand um, that the brand is allows you to make that connection to your product or service. So we did a guide. We did a guide to for you to with us fill it out and know what is the emotion that that is connected to your brand, or to discover that emotion that is that will help you sell more your services or your products. And we start with the target audience. So here we have, I'm sharing with you the guide here. If you don't have the guide here, just put it in the comments and we will send the link to you. So to find out whether emotion helps sell your brand or campaign, first let's start with the name of your company and who is your target audience. You must know who already is following you, who already is buying you, who already is connected with your brand. But and then we will find the emotion, why and what which one is this emotion that connects, that links your brand to that product or that in the customer. We have to get to know the age range between, if it's a product for children, it would be like to teenagers, or if it's a product or service for adults, you'll put it here. Then the location, where it's located geographically, if you have a business that it's international, if it's beyond just, or it's just one, it's located in just one city, or geographically in areas that you sell more. That's the second one. Then you have gender. Gender is important, if it's a product for women, or if it's a product for men, or it's for both. Then you have here the occupation and hobbies of your of the that's that of the people that buys your product or service. So if it's this a businessman, if it's this a mom, if it's this someone that loves the music, or they like to be on social media, or a person that is involved in something related to art. It depends on the product, and then it depends on what is the relationship between those hobbies and occupations to your product or service. What are the needs? So this is an important one, because if you find a need that you want to solve through your product or service, this is where you put it all of the needs of that customer that you want to fill. Then what makes you feel happy and sad? What makes your audience feel happy and feel sad? What is something that makes them smile, and what is something that maybe makes them angry or frustrated? To see the level of different emotion that can cause the product or service or your brand itself. After you determine the target audience, okay, sorry. The second one, it's gonna be determine the color of your brand. The color is related to the colors. They are related to emotions and related to feelings. So here you have, according to Robert, the wheel of emotions theory, the emotion and color that go hand in hand. Here you will have to circle the emotion you want to convey. Choose a printed or detailed image where you can see the color of your brand or campaign, and see if the color is associated with the selected emotion. So, for example, red is related to anger, to rage, to annoyance, to it could be something like a strong emotion. Yellow is joy, yellow is serenity, yellow is happiness. Also, yellow is the sun, so yellow is light or day. For example, if you think about the brand in yellow, you think, for example, McDonald's. IKEA, for example, is also in yellow and blue. What else? Orange is also, it's like anticipation, it's vigilant, it's interest, it's something that it's also related to sound, today, to light, but it's kind of more like anticipation of what else, or to create attention, to generate attention. Green, it's first you think with green, you think the environment, but also trust or admiration, acceptance. Green, it's a good color. It's if you have green light, for example, and it's like to go to follow. It's confidence also, kind of. But the dark green can be also fear or terror. Blue is there are two kind of blues. No, it's first it can be sadness, it can be grief, it can be like disapproval, something that is not good. So it's the opposite of yellow, which is joy. So maybe the day is joy, yellow, and the blue, it's the night. It's a little bit sad, or it's not, but also could be surprise, amaze, distraction. So let me see like an example of brands and colors association. So you can think of brands and associate its color with what they sell. So here, let me know if you can see the images that I'm sharing in the screen. I'll wait. Okay, there. So we have here also a color emotion guide. It's optimism, also yellow is optimism, clarity, or warm. So you have here some brands that are in yellow, Best Buy also, McDonald's, which is the first one that you relate with the happiness. UPS is also kind of yellow, Spirit, Sprint, IKEA. I told about IKEA. Hertz, which is the rental. Oops. The orange one is also friendly or cheerful, confidence, something that is confidence. Fanta is the good one. Golf or crush. So you have in the beverage industry, you have Harley Davidson here with also black. Hooters, Nickelodeon is a good one also. That's confidence or friendly. You know? Red is bold, right? Red is a strong brand, So you have a Target, CNN, you have Coca-Cola, you have Nintendo, Kellogg's. All of those they're super red. KFC. There's one purple, which is creative, imaginative, wise. Barbie, Yahoo, Taco Bell. The blue one, trust, which is strange or trust or dependent. The first one that I think about in blue is trust. So you have here different industries, right? Dell, which is computer, HP is computer, Twitter, which is social media, American Express, which is a credit card, Oreo, it's blue. I think that's Wikipedia, Facebook, IBM, Volkswagen, ORB, Pfizer, that they want to convey trust. The green one, which I relate, the first thing that the first thing that I thought about as environment, right? Which is here is Animal Planet. Whole Foods, which is some it's the same word that it says Whole Foods. Land Rover, Tropicana, which is the orange juice, Monster also, growth and health. That's why. And gray or black, which is balance between black and white. Cartoon Network, Honda, Nike, Puma, which are some of the sports brands. They want to transmit balance, calm. Here are another ones, which we talk about a little bit. Donkey, which is like playful, right? Or Reese's. The pink ones, Avon, Barbie, Lyft, Victoria's Secret, the pink brand of Victoria's Secret. So now you know that color is very important when you want to convey or transmit an emotion that sells your brand, that sells your product or services. When you want to transmit through your brand or through your products and services with color. So that's the second part of the guide. The third one, it's a nice one because you know that today we'll talk about storytelling. So here you have to create an eye-catching story for your brand or campaign. Um, stories make you feel things. So since they make the user feel identified with what happens to the characters, for you as a brand, it allows you to communicate and interact more deeply with your followers, your customers, your viewers, the audience that you already have and you want to have in the future. So writing a story, you have to imagine, for example, campaigns or stories about, like, for example, McDonald's, Apple. Think about big brands that you saw, for example, a commercial before, and they, from the beginning to end, they tell you a story and how is related that to the product they sell. So I have here an article that we wrote before about McDonald's strategy, that the marketing cases that McDonald's has about their brand. So I will tell you some of this about. The first one is You Can Count on Me. This campaign was launched on 2013 and was a tribute to all fathers in their Father's Day. So this ad was wanted to convey special moments in people's lives and how the brand is present in all those moments since the beginning. You can put it on YouTube. So they highlight the importance of family and those unique moments that are, they have a very they're very sentimental, they're very emotional, they from the beginning to end. So they McDonald's is in the store with when the child is born, then how this child through the time he grows and he share moments with his dad, and then he goes to college, then he's married, then he has a child also, so their father is gonna be a grandfather until the time, I think, he dies. But the McDonald's, on certain points of the storytelling, McDonald's is there. For example, when the child is sad at the beginning, they go to the McDonald's, to the drive-through, they buy McDonald's, or they share a moment with their family when this child when they grow up and he goes to college, so they go to McDonald's also. So McDonald's is it's gonna be always there in those in all the stages of the family. So they wanted to convey that the family can count on McDonald's, on the brand, to share those happy, sad, emotional moments. Another ad from McDonald's, so storytelling that they did an ad or commercial about, was the what's the It's Time to Meet Again. which was a lot of brands. They launched a commercial in ads super emotional about COVID and through COVID and after COVID to be present on their lives of their families and friends. So McDonald's did a campaign that was called "It's Time to Meet Again." So in this marketing campaign, McDonald's wanted to inform, honor, and support all family members who were separated through the pandemic, during the pandemic. So they consisted of they had three videos focus on the different targets audience, like the teenagers, the adult ones, and other ones. And they wanted to where it is they see the figures of, for example, the grandfather, the daughter, and friends, figures that well, anyone could identify. And so with this emotional marketing, they wanted to McDonald's transmit the message was they wanted to reopen its doors to the public, creating its in a space that that is safe, that they have the respective health measures to go there and meet again. So they target different audiences. They put the figures of the different members of the family, and they found the opportunity to transmit the message that they wanted to reopen and they meet again. And the last one, which was recent, I think last month, I saw that there was a Happy Meal for adults. It was October 3rd. I see here. It was October 3rd that McDonald's announced that they wanted to launch a Happy Meal for adults with limited edition toys. That it was the Big Mac with the fries, with the beverage, um, and the toys, the original toys, the characters of McDonald's. So the emotion that provoked to adult people, that they wanted to feel like the child again, because they remember when they were child and bought the Happy Meal. So they wanted to evoke those feelings of nostalgia from those happy boxes, and excitement also to know what is in there, to know to open the toy again, like they were childs again. So it's very like McDonald's is very like familiar. It's very like they want to feel like they are part of your family. It's similar to Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, it's on every moment of your life also. They want it to be like when you want to celebrate something, when they are married, when they want to have a Sunday family, when they go to the park with your kids, when they reunite with your friends. So it's those kind of emotions that they want to evoke these brands. They're massive brands. So those are some of examples that strategies or marketing campaigns that they created through all this time to provoke, to send that message of to buy their product or service. So, and the third one, you have to create a story like similar to that what you want to transmit in the story, like in commercial. The fourth is to there is an effective relationship between the brand and consumer. So you have to complete the boxes here. The one is if your brand is generating a spaces for exchange with customers. So in order to create a link uh, to connect with your customer, there are different strategies, tactical points that you can do to create that connection. It can be through physical touches, physical appearances like touch points, or they could be online touch points. So that could be if it's a space of exchange, for example, a physical one, you can make a list for you can put a store. You can put you can go to a fair. You can, when you send your product to the delivery, you can send a note, a personalized note in the box. You can have for example, a note message. If it's, for example, online ones, you can put like when you buy something, for example, in Amazon, then they send you an email saying like for a review, and to know if the product was complete, if the product was the one that you order, if you have any question or any question regarding the product, or if you are happy with the product that you receive. And then they ask you for a review. That's a touch point. That's an online touch point, because they care about you. They care about your personal experience. They care about how was your experience throughout your customer journey, from the beginning when you wanted to find a product on Amazon until the end, until you get the product. That's customer service, the service part. That's a touch point. It could be also a physical one through a phone call. It could be at the store. It could be like anything that generate that space, that exchange between the brand and the customer through the product. And also the other one, it's what actions are coming out of your company that creating that significantly the creation of the bond with the customer. So what other strategies or what other actions are you thinking about, or you could think about, that can make that a space of exchange with your brand? The next one is creating high value experience. So the key is to detect which experiences are valuable to your customers and add them to the narrative of your campaign to stimulate the empathy, and then create those moments, those great moments. So the first question is, what do your customers want to achieve with your product or service? What's the goal? What's the point? If it's I don't know, if it's let's think about a food. They want to feel satisfied. They want something that is healthy. They want something that they want something that is um, fast food, or they want the food to be like if you're in a diet, you want to have light food, diet food. What they want to achieve with that product. The next one is how the customers see themselves when they use that product or service. How that make them feel if they buy, for example, if we're talking about food. No, let's change the industry. Instead of food, let's talk about sports. Nike, for example. um Nike, for example, has a good storytelling and has a good connection with customers through their slogan that is just do it. So Nike, they tell stories about people and how people um, achieve things just doing it. So they share from athletes, but they share also for common people, and how their products or the products that they create help those people to achieve their goals, the sports ones, right? So you they make you feel that you also can do that. You feel motivated, and for example, if you see a story from a person that did it, that, like, for example, like finish at 5K, or they started to go to the gym like late in life, like 50s, or if you see a story of someone that is have a its handicap, or and uh, through that they go they also do sports. So you feel motivated, and tomorrow you're gonna buy the shoes or the clothes, and you're going to start like running, or going to, or starting a new sport, or going to the gym. So that's the feeling that create the customer using your product, using a Nike shoes, for example. And the third one, the third question, it's how can you capitalize on those customer experience and integrate them into your marketing campaigns? For example, you can have a customer that is engaged with your brand. You can you could create a connection with that customer and capitalize them through telling a story, for example, of that person. You can bring their testimonial. You can have them as part of the next campaign, like recording that person, or be part of a new experiment with a new product. So that way you can capitalize the customer experience, and go beyond to share the story of those people that already buy your product or service, and share it to the world. The sixth question, the sixth part, it's to develop your love brand. Every brand wants to have this. Every brand wants to people to love their brand. Why is this? Because when you get on a state, you get to a point, to the stage of this customer love of your brand, to make them loyal to them. They get to a certain point that transform and go beyond, and it's gonna convert to a advocacy. When the person is on that top of point, like to a of advocacy of the brand, the person or the customer starts to not only buying the product and or consuming the product or service, but they also want to start telling people how good is that product or service or brand. If they already love the brand, if they already like are loyal to the brand, they're not only gonna keep it to themselves, but instead they're gonna share it with their family or friends, and saying, hey, why you don't buy this product? Why you don't buy this from this brand? Oh, you need something, you need shoes. Why you don't buy it from Nike? I love Nike because of this, that, of that. And that's word of mouth, and that's word of mouth that don't cost anything. So you don't need to like publicity for that. So that's why the ultimate goal of brands is to develop that love mark in their customers. So yes, so here it is. So the love mark has to do with the product itself and its ability to exceed user expectations. So it is not possible to get people to become ambassadors of your brand if their experience with the product is inconsequential or average or bad. So if you create a good experience with your customer, if the customer already buys you because because they love the product or the service, they got good experience and they have they are loyal to them, to the brand, they become an ambassador, and you will have ambassador for free. You don't have to pay someone to say your product is good, because they're already the people that buy, they're gonna tell to their community. So answer these questions. For this part, answer the question: does the product live up to the emotion you want to generate in your customer? Is this a product that you think they already developed that love mark, or what you can do to improve that, to make them love your brand? The next part is work on that content marketing. So why is the content is important? The content is important because that's how you want to convey your message. That's how you convince people that how good is your product or service and why they have to buy you. So complete this following questions: that what kind of content are your users interested in? So if you have to go to the beginning, right? The first one, that who is your target audience, who is your buyer persona? If for example, if the occupation, if it's a gender, like if it's a young generation, if your target audience is young people that is in between teenagers, people in between 15 to 20, and their occupations they love, or hobbies, they love to watch TikToks, for example, then of course you have to have content that it's fun, that can share, that can be shared on those platforms, and quick, fast content that it's in, like for example 10, 20 seconds. How can you add value to them? How you can put content that they are interested in, and what could you offer them for free? So you here select the format and the medium to offer them free stuff for at first, to engage those users to your brand, and then you could sell it like the whole package. If for example they wanted a free tutorial, they wanted to know how to do this, like a guide, like anything, like or if it's for example a sports, you can do a live with the with an athlete, with someone to make a conference and invite them, and then you sell it, for example the shoes or the sports clothes. So that's the seven. That's the last one. I don't know if you have any question about the guide. I'll share the guide with you. I'll share the content that we wrote about McDonald's, the strategy, which is super interesting. And yeah, I think that's it. what what is why is that emotional marketing is so effective? So first, for example, you become more memorable, right? If you relate an emotion to a brand, you could remember just only the emotion, and through the emotion you remember the brand, right? So you will be on the memory of those people. Also, the content becomes more shareable. Why? Because people, of course, as you can see, they love stories, and stories have something like you can relate personable, and you can relate to that person, and it makes them feel something, and it's more human. So you humanize the brand, so that's shareable. And of course, they influence the purchasing decisions. So, here's a fact. According to a study, 31% of ads that has emotional pull succeed versus the 16% of other ads that are more rational content. So emotions pulls human beings. And the last one, it helps build customer loyalty, which produce, that's what I talked about, the advocates, the brand advocates. So that's the last one. That's the ultimate brand. If someone advocates, it's someone, if the customer creates advocacy on you, um, they're gonna love your brand, they're gonna share your brand, they're gonna be more engaged in your brand, and more people in their community, they're gonna buy also from you, because it's a recommendation and people trust people, not brands. So that's why brands wants to become more uh, humanized, and share more things that are personally related to you. So that's it. That's it. So for today, and that's it for the webinar. I hope you like this webinar as much as I do, because this is something that I like to share. It's emotional marketing. It's something really nice to apply to your business, to any business, if it's big or small. If you're just starting, it's great to apply it, to do this exercise. If you don't have the guide, just tell me about it, tell me in the comments, and we will share the link. I think it's already the link in there. If you want more information about emotional marketing or any other topic that you want to talk about, um, let put it in the comments, and we will figure it out to make the next webinar about other topic that you're interested in. And if you follow us, we have great content on our social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Also, we have we're on the on the four channels. We are at as a factor engagement. Um, Search factor engagement. And we'll also have a channel in Spanish, Facebook, Instagram, which is factor engagement dot es. And what else? We also have a Telegram group in English and in Spanish. We are gonna share like information also about the next webinars, the next lives, or the next activities that we will do more frequent. And I think that's it. We also recommend you to go to our website, factorengagement.com, or also in Spanish, we have the same one in Spanish, factorengagement.es. And there's a section in there that let me show you right now. We have a section there that we have free resources that you can download if you're interested in that. Here we have digital resources. So we have a virtual library in there. So here you can download. We have ebooks, social selling ebook. We have an ebook of engagement growth to create loyalty in your audience. This is a good one. We have templates, a buyer persona template to create you to define your buyer persona and segment correctly. We have a template to create your calendar for social media. You have a template for metrics and KPIs. This is important to measure, to analyze to analyze what you're doing good and to create a plan correctly. And we have a template for digital planning to organize your strategy. All those for free. You can find it on our virtual library. And if you need any help with your brand, with your entrepreneurship, with your business, we have our first consultation for free. Just write to us and tell us that you were on the webinar, that you watched the webinar, and we will find a time to do it. And in this when our free consultation will solve your doubts. If you have any question about how to start, if you need help with your social media, with your website, if we'll do an live audit of your digital channels and tell you recommendations, suggestions about them for free. So that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoy it, and bye bye.